Alright, today I'm going to do a walkthrough on how to adjust settings or possibly fix the Bluecast issues a lot of people have been having with their Foxeer Predator Micros, of which I have on this guy here. So, the one I'm running is the, let's see here, the Foxeer Arrow Micro Pro. Built-in OSD, I don't run that, I run my Betaflight OSD. NTSC, and I'm running the 2.1mm lens. So, the things you will need on this. You are going to need the camera, of course. Possibly some goggles that you like to run. You're going to be flying through. A time of day of which you probably might be flying. And, this thing, that little dongle, OSD dongle to access the camera menu settings. So, and then I'm gonna walk you through. I have it set up the way I like it right now, so I'm gonna reset it and hopefully I can figure out how to do it again. Okay, so the first thing you do is plug your quad in. All right. Okay. So my OSD has been acting goofy. I don't know if that's the camera's fault or my OSD chip is going out on my flight controller. But in any sense, all right. The first thing I do, I ended up what I almost always forget to do is in my goggles, I go to the contrast. I go to my contrast and I set them both in the middle of their ranges, just so when I adjust my camera, I can sit and if I adjust the camera and my settings are a little off and I need to adjust in my goggles, I'm not maxed out on the brightness, or I'm not maxed out on my contrast or bottomed out. So that'll give me my adjustability range in the goggles. Need be, changes in the day and times of days that you're flying. So I've picked a time of day to do this adjustment around typically when I'd fly is near the afternoon. So, and the sun's out the sun's out right now and it's looking really good. Sky's looking really blue, so I can sit and make a pretty good judgment on how I want this adjusted. Now, this camera right now is adjusted mostly how I like in my goggles. It looks a little bit different on my DVR off my phone right now. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to change it to default settings. So to do that, and for most that don't know, to cycle through, there's two different menus on this camera. So if you hold the up button, that gives you the if you want to turn off the OSD features, what else? I think the type of font. I don't know, what does mode do? Oh yeah, you can change different presets. So that's like a vivid, and then you've got sunny, which actually doesn't look too bad. And it's probably a little blown out on DVR, that it is. Cloudy, didn't really do much there. I don't know what that is. And then user, oops, no, that's wanting me to change my name. So exit out of there, and then define. I think default. There we go. Yeah, default. So some of these presets actually aren't too bad. This vivid one, I think I run that on my other camera and it looked pretty good. But we're going to go through and try to manually adjust it the way we like. So now to access the menu, you're going to go to and hold down the center button. Now, here you can adjust things like your shutter speed, your brightness. I think I got it. My brightness is... These things come with the brightness like really high. So I forgot what the AGC, what that stands for, but make sure you turn your wide dynamic range on, otherwise it looks pretty crappy with that off. So white balance. Now this is probably the one that is probably the most important in regards to this camera, because everybody's having issues getting rid of their white cast. So click the center button to get into that menu, and there you go. You can cycle through the different kinds. Oops, sorry, somebody's messaging me. And what you can do with this is you can take some blue out, you can put some blue in, and you can more or less make it look a little better. Now I've already messed with these settings. You know what? How about we do a reset and we'll do this Factory reset. Alright. So, looks kind of dull. Does not look good at all. So, we'll do manual. Exposure, shutter auto. Let's turn some take some brightness out of that. Oh, actually, let's turn wide dynamic range on and bring some brightness out of it. Wow. Looks, you know what? Before we do any of that, messing with the brightness, we're gonna do a white balance. So this is that one of the automatic white balances. It's kind of blown out there. This is, I think this is the one that's giving everybody that weird Bluecast. So what I'm gonna end up doing now, you can try to do where you grab a white piece of paper and hit set, and that'll give you a white balance. Now, go to color, make sure it doesn't flip between, doesn't switch between black and white. So you can do it that way, or you can go to manual. I like to manually set this. So right now everything's looking really washed out. So, what did I change that made it look a lot better before? Honestly, indoor looks pretty good. I wish the blues were punched out a little more. Outdoor kind of has like a almost like an orange cast. Doesn't look you know what? I know what I did before. One of my cameras looks a lot better than this, so this is not the best way to do this video. Mode. Alright, vivid mode. That's what we're gonna go with. Exit and save. Why is my OSD disappearing? Okay. Now we're gonna go to manual. Take some blue out. Add some red. There we go. It's looking a little better. Maybe even add some blue back. And there you just mess with the setting until things start looking the way you want it. So, that's not bad for me. I think I'm gonna take some brightness out. Here we go. Okay. Looks good in my goggles. Let me see. Did I turn? What is that? Oh, there we go. Should turn that on too. I really should have. Maybe turn it on, maybe turn it off. So there you go. It's going to be dependent on, like I said, you getting in here and messing with it. Why is it doing? But that's pretty much my walkthrough of running through your camera settings on your Foxeer Micro Predator. I know a lot of people have been having issues and just giving up on this camera. I about did myself also. Right now, my Betaflight OSD on this rig, for whatever reason, it keeps doing this cycle thing, and I keep getting the kind of a little bar, like static interference. So I still may end up ditching this camera anyways. The one on my other one works very good. I like the picture on it, but yeah, that's all I got. So yeah, good luck.